What the fuck? Where am I? I don't know where I am. What the fuck? I don't understand anything that's happening. Oh, Vexx for PS2. I used to play this game all the time as a kid. Wow, the graphics are amazing. I love the fuck that horse. I guess I'm in a ditch now.
My thought. Review Vexx for PS2. Hey, what's up? You're tripping balls, dude.
What? Yeah, you're pretty fucked up, dude. What are you doing in my house?
I need you to review Vexx for PS2.
Why?
I fucked a midget elf and that's my son on the cover. He's been trapped inside this game for 13 years. And the only way to free him, to release him from this game, is if you, the chosen one, can view Vexx for PS2. I know it's hard to understand.
Yeah, because it makes no fucking sense.
But you gotta do this for me.
Why should I? You're fucking with me on my acid trip. You scared the dick piss out of me.
Admittedly, that was very douchey move, but you used to play this game all the time when you were but a child, and it means a lot to you. But imagine what my child means to me.
Alright, fine.
Yes!
Only one condition.
Anything.
One thing I need from you.
What is it?
Blowjob.
Alright, fine.
Welcome to review of Vexx for PS2. But let's just get right into it, here we go. So when I was but a wee biddly diddly boy, Vexx was one of my all-time favorite games, and it's probably the reason why I'm a psychopath today, because this game is weird, and extremely different from any other platformers like it. Like, just the character and enemy design is just so weird. Look at this fish!
That is a thick fish.
And the difficulty of this game, the difficulty is just... This game would make Jesus himself ascend from heaven and say upon to thee, the fuck with this shit. But still, my nostalgia for this game is unrelenting. I got this game as a present from my parents for my kindergarten graduation. Kindergarten graduation? This game is just a little bit fucked up and I was like 6. Oh, that's good to know, especially when I'm 6 fucking years old.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Too bad, you piece of shit. Everybody fucking dies. Deal with it.
Vexx is my Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie, since I never grew up with any of those two games, and I hear they're very similar to Vexx. But in Vexx, you get knives for hands instead of little pussy punches, and with Vexx, you get a villain with fucking shadow minions and a huge-ass flying boat. instead of some insecure witch that wants to be beautiful or something. God, my childhood was so much better than yours. But anyway, let's get in right into this game and see what's good and what's bad. Let us begin. The story begins with, who the fuck cares? But just in case you do care, a race known as the Shadow Race attack a small village and enslave everybody, and the main bad guy straight up murders Vexx's grandfather. Vexx sneaks into the bad guy's boat, stumbles across the legendary Astani war talons. Boat explodes, and Vexx wakes up to some old guy staring at him. The guy explains what's going on, and nothing makes sense.
You could stop him before he opens the door to his world. You could get to the land spire before it's too late.
You can try to make a little more sense right now, and you can also fuck right off because I'm going back to bed and this shit is uncomfortable and I guess I'll do whatever you want me to. Fuck. So basically the main goal is to collect all the Wraith Hearts, which are actual fucking beating hearts. So the story makes no sense and the motivation is the same as any other 3D platformer. To collect shit to advance to other levels. Crash Bandicoot. Collect shit gems and advance to other levels. Mario 64. Collect shit stars and advance to other levels. Vexx. Collect real beating hearts to advance to other levels. Ew. Levels and character design. This game is weird, and it comes through with the design of the characters and levels. It's got a fantasy vibe like World of Warcraft, but it's also kind of futuristic and dark, but still cartoony enough to appeal to kids. At least if you're a weirdo kid like I was. The levels in this game are really creative though. Like the level named Dragon's Reach, you first walk out on the level, what do you see? Dragon reaching? But what is he reaching for? Well, you make your way up to the top of the skeleton and it's a fucking Wraith Heart! Brilliant, I guess. I think it was kind of cool. Most of the levels are very different from each other. Like Tempest Peak Manor is a level where you're in a giant house, which makes no sense. But who cares? You're in a giant ass house, the owner's not home. You can do whatever you want. Jump on cushions, play video games. Just don't touch the ground or a creepy two-legged dinosaur will get you. Hey, why is there a creepy two-legged dinosaur? You know what? I'm just gonna stop questioning this game and I'm gonna play this game while I'm playing this game. Yeah. So my thoughts on the design of this game. I think it's cool. Moving on. Gameplay. Of course, the most important part of any game is its gameplay. Controls are great and everything, and it's basic 3D platformer controls. But the fucking camera is awful sometimes. Like, just cut to a clip.
Oh my god, just never actually.
Oh my god. You're seeing this, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing this.
I can't. I'm going forward. Okay, and then I'm back over here. This is I need to go this way. And I'm that way. I'm getting closer.
I got this.
Okay, you try to get out of this little pickle here. Yep.
Hold on, I got this. I guess you just beat this. You just gotta beat this. You just gotta beat this.
To go this way.
Aha!
Oh, you did it.
You just gotta rotate it with the camera, even though you gotta play by the camera's rules.
And that's all I have to say about that. You've seen it. It sucks. Moving on. Vexx is fucking hard. Like a rock. Or my pen. This game just doesn't let you get off with having a quaint cup of tea as you partake in a chinwag with your acquaintances as you all revel in a posh game of Vexx. No! This game will rip your dick off! But here's some examples of different parts of the game where the difficulty of Vexx is most apparent. All of the levels where you have to platform to the top of anything. This level, this level, this level, this level, this level, this level, and this fucking level can all drink the liquid shit out of my asshole. But not everything in this game is that hard. In fact, there are several things in this game that are stupidly easy. For one, the title screen, just press start, as simple as that. But seriously, there's a whole bunch of really easy Wraith Hearts to get in this game. Some examples: kick the soccer ball into the net, get a heart. Do a ground pound on the metal box thing, get a heart. Kick some bitch-ass bitch in the nuts, what bam! Right in the doogles, get a heart. The difficulty of this game is kind of random and all over the place, but I really don't mind it that much. People might say it's inconsistent and that's bad, and to that I say, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but I just don't care. I'm fine with a game that constantly surprises me, makes me go, oh my god! It's fucking game, I fucking hate this fucking game, to wow, that was so easy, a retarded monkey could do it. It's just different from most games and I like it. And even if some of the levels are extremely difficult and others extremely easy, you gotta give this game some credit for thinking outside of the box with some of these objectives. There's a level that literally flips the screen upside down and inverts your controller, so you pretty much have to play it like this. And I mean, you can think of yourself as being better than doing this and just play the game right side up, but you will probably fail. Vexx is a game that's kinda all over the place, to be honest. Now, whether that's a good thing or bad thing is up to you, but the core game to me is fun and has a lot to offer. But the game to some people might feel a little disjointed, which is completely understandable. A lot of the ideas of Vexx do not always all come together to form a solid base in which the game can follow. The tone, characters, design, and levels don't always stick to a constant direction. But that, to me, makes Vexx feel like a game with complete freedom to do anything at once. Take Mario Maker or any other game that has user-created levels, for example. Levels have a wide range of different ideas. You wouldn't get some of the awesome levels from a user-created Mario Maker level in a normal Mario game, just like you wouldn't get the weird, bizarre levels in a game like Vexx in a normal 3D platforming game that has a constant direction. But just like in games with user-created levels, some of the levels are complete garbage. But you have to look past those levels in order to get to the real juices. And you also totally have the option to not even play them. Some of the objectives in Vexx are complete garbage, but you also have the option to not play them. Just skip it and move on to the next hard objective. There are entire zones I skipped in the later part of the game because they were too hard. I just got most of the hearts from the beginning of the game and I was still able to continue to the end. Oh, that reminds me, the final boss at the end of the game is super easy. All you have to do is when he's throwing his fireballs at you from his little platform thingy, just stand next to the platform where he can't hit you and walk away from the game forever. He'll then be too preoccupied throwing fireballs to take over the world. And then you win! I beat the game. Just kidding! The final boss of this game is an absolute piece of impossible fucking bullshit and makes Vexx the all-time worst fucking game I've ever played. Alright, I'm done reviewing Vexx.
Son?
Thanks for watching the video. If you like to give it a subscribe. Give it a like. Thanks for watching the end of the video.
Where's my Oscar?
This way. I'm not touching anything.
Other way.
You're not touching anything? Jesus Christ!
Davey's like, I don't care, and he blows his arms off. No? Alright, I tried.
I was walking by an alley once, and this large man came after me, and he pulled out a jar of pickles, and he said, "Hey, you can't have these are mine." And then he crawled in his dumpster, and
Went to sleep?
he sang a little song.